and welcome to your trusted personal guide to buying real estate in India. Wednesdays are dedicated for property seekers south of India. We'll bring you ground reports and highly researched data on how markets in the south are performing and the best property picks also. Please welcome Sameer Jasuja, our resident expert on the property show. Coming up today, prime luxury residences in Chennai with a price tag from 1 to 3 crores. With most of the properties damaged due to rains and heavy floods in Chennai's Tambaram and Velachery, buyers and tenants rethink their investments. Next stop is Bengaluru, and we bring you a ground report from Hennu Road, why buying here makes sense today. Top 5 micro markets of Bengaluru for a wide range of housing options starting from 25 lakhs all the way up to 1 crore. And citizens raise concerns about a railway underpass in Bengaluru's Kiarpuram on how it's turning into a death trap for motorists in the absence of approach roads. Okay, let's look at your queries for Hyderabad and Chennai. First up, we have Venkat Rahul. Hi Venkat, how can we help you?
Yeah, good evening. Actually, I'm looking for 2 BHK flats in Hyderabad, and my budget is between 30 to 35 lakhs. I've shortlisted 2 projects in Miapur, which is Raghavitra Panchjaniya and Empire Meadows. So would need your understanding and suggestion on these 2. Apart from this, any projects in Kukatpalli area, or mostly in Pragati Nagar, because I've been to that area and that's a very good place to stay. Okay. But I've heard there's a lot of water crisis during the first 6 months or 7 months of the year. So if your advice will make me help to get a final closure.
Okay. Hyderabad. Sameer, is there a water crisis in Kukatpalli and would you recommend Miapur over it?
Well, first of all, Kukatpalli in itself is beyond the budget. It's about 4150 rupees a square foot on the weighted average price scale, and Gachibowli is about 4400 rupees. So you're good with Miapur because that micro market can provide you the right opportunities with respect to your requirement. The market is also pretty decent in terms of inventory overhang, price appreciation is okay. So my suggestion would be that you stick to Miapur only, and you shortlisted some projects there as well. So 12 months is the inventory overhang there, 3600 is the weighted average price. So you can see it's about 20% lower than even Kukatpalli, at about 7% annualized appreciation. The good part about Miapur is that it will also be having metro train connectivity work which is started, and the region is about 8 to 10 kilometers away from Gachibowli, which is not that far away given the excellent road network that Hyderabad enjoys. Mayuri Hills is the first project at 2700 rupees. So even if you look at the weighted average price of this micro market, you're getting projects much cheaper than that as well. This is located within 2 kilometer distance from the Miapur metro rail. Land area is about 1 odd acre. Project is having decent amenities, including a gym, table tennis court, and shuttle court. The project is ready to move in. That's a big advantage. Eco Valley by Shija Builders and Developers at 2900 rupees. This is built on ground plus 5-story structure. Amenities here are not too many. The project is approved and there are no common walls between the projects. Central courtyard design and good ventilation is there. Meda Heights by Anuhar Homes at 2800 rupees. This project will be completed by end of 2016. At this price point also they're offering you a health club and a gym. The project is approved. USP of there are no common walls and excellent ventilation is there.
Sameer, very attractive prices in Miapur for a 2 BHK. They're getting a decent size in within 2 to 3,000 rupees.
Yes.
And this is the market close to Gachibowli, so very good deal.
It's about 8 to 10 kilometers away, and there's low-rise structures. That's why they can afford to provide, the cost of construction comes down accordingly, and that's why the price point can be maintained at these price levels.
Okay, great pick for end users then. Okay, Venkat, so look at Miapur. We're recommending this market because it comes in your budget. Of course, proposed metro train connectivity and also the location advantage of being about 8 to 10 kilometers from Gachibowli. Take a pick from Mayuri Hills by Home Constructions, Eco Valley by Shrirab Builders and Developers, and Meda Heights by Anuhar Homes. Harish with us on the line now. Harish, hi, how can we help you?
Hi, good afternoon, or rather good evening. I am searching for a project for self-use. I am currently considering North Town in Perambur, Chennai, or Casa Grande, Roypet, Saidapet project, which is in the pre-launch stage. I have a budget of around 1.3 crores, preferably 3 BHK. I am searching for projects close to my office near Gemini Bridge.
Okay, North Town, Perambur, Chennai, also looking at Casa Grande, Mount Road. This is a pre-launch project, and VGN in Guindy within 1.3 crores. Samir, please review these for us.
Vasudha, these three micro markets are completely distinct in terms of price points, and Harish has to really make up his mind whether he wants a larger apartment in a slightly inferior location amongst the choices made, or a smaller apartment in a fantastic location. All three projects are good. We've ranked them 1, 2, 3, and I'll come to that shortly before we discuss the data points here. And then you can make a call. According to us, first of all, on the data point side, Perambukkam is trading at about 30 months of inventory overhang, and Guindy is about 23 odd months. And that's the point that I was making, Vasudha, on the price points. If you look at it, luxury segments, Perambur is the cheapest micro market at 6,200. Guindy goes up to 8,600 rupees, and Mount Road goes up to as high as 10,000 rupees on the weighted average price scale. On the price appreciation front, micro markets of these three are not doing that well. 4.5% for Perambur on the price appreciation charts, and Guindy is about 6.7% on an analyzed basis. Our first choice would be the Perambur micro market, which is North Town. That's ranked 1. 6250 is the price. It's jointly being developed by Arihant Foundations, which is a very good developer out of Chennai, and Unitech. 70 acres of land, mixed land use development of apartments and villas. Project is coming up with G plus 13 stories. It's expected to be completed by next year end. Phase 1 is sold and handed over already. And phase 2, there are two products, namely Chaitanya in premium housing segment and Ekanta in affordable housing segment, respectively. Amenities here include clubhouse, swimming pool, gym, indoor games. Then we have VGN Fairmount in Guindy at 8,000 rupees a square foot, 10.5 acres. Metro rail station Etokurungal is 500 meters away. Airport is only about 8 kilometers, and Forum Value Mall is about 4 kilometers. USP of this project is the location makes it very attractive. Amenities here also include 40,000 square feet clubhouse, swimming pool, indoor games. So that's why it's been ranked number 2. And the third project, which is in Casa Grande, is yet unnamed in Mount Road. It's 10,050 rupees a square foot. Project is coming up on G plus 13 stories. It's in a pre-launch stage and waiting for approvals. Amenities will have a clubhouse, swimming pool, and gym. So we don't really recommend projects on pre-launch. We want projects to get complete licensing in place before they go ahead, but you can go ahead with this project after doing a lot more due diligence.
Okay, Harish, so for you, we have projects recommended from Guindy and Perambur. You can look at North Town Chaitanya by Arihant Foundations, VGN Fairmont by VGN, and there's also this project from Casa Grande. Now, after the floods in Chennai, many regret investing in land or properties in Velachery and Tambaram. Most of their houses were flooded, all properties damaged. Residents say they wouldn't suggest anyone to buy houses, or flats or plots in this area. Experts admit the rains would certainly have an impact on the minds of buyers or tenants, but believe the prices of land and apartments in these areas would not be affected in the long run. Smita TK gives us this report.
Venkat is in tears. His home is in ruins as he returns 2 weeks after floods struck Tambaram in South Chennai. On the 2nd, waters rose to waist level and his family decided to take refuge in a relative's home in Krompet. With 2 floods striking them in a month, it has been a double whammy for the Venkats.
We do not know where to start from actually. The expenditure is also mounting like anything, and we have already spent more than 15 to 20,000 rupees for the initial phase of rains what we had. And this is something which has cost a half go for my entire house. Not only this, the entire area wherever the ground floor is there, no.
Many living in Tambaram and along the OMR who spent a fortune on their dream homes were hunting for temporary accommodations. These areas, seen as emerging affordable residential spaces in the price range 3,000 to 7,000 rupees, are now battling with structural damage. Experts believe The trauma and losses will hit real estate prices in adjoining flooded areas including Velachery, Tambaram, Peringalathur and Mudichur.
After a natural calamity to this tune, I think buying an apartment for people who have been affected by floods will not be a priority in their mind. So it will have a very short-term impact, and the buyers will definitely come back. I think Chennai is a very resilient city. We will bounce back to normalcy soon.
The floods also have exposed the unplanned urban development in the city over the decades, particularly turning dried up lake beds into concrete jungles. Experts blame it on the lack of CMDA guidelines even for stormwater drainage system.
If they are low-lying, is it because of their low-lying it is getting inundated, or is it because of poor drainage arrangements? The water has to, anyway the Buckingham Canal will be lower than these lowlands. Where is the drainage arrangement for taking these water to the Buckingham Canal? So sometimes we are asked, builders are asked to fill up the land, raise the level of the land.
Sales was just picking up in the third quarter. Experts believe the floods and the aftermath could bring it down by at least 20%. OMR and South Chennai suffer an inventory overhang of 24 months, which could go up to 36 months.
If we once again want to give the tag of prime residential spaces to these waterlogged areas, it is important that project planning goes hand in hand with the development of public infrastructure. In Chennai, with camera person Sukumar and Anand, Smita TK, F90 TV.
Sameer, what have you heard from the ground? Are Chennai's developers feeling the heat of the aftermath of the floods?
I think most definitely. At this point in time, you can't be expecting people in Chennai wanting to buy real estate. These are big decisions, lifetime decisions, and now the people in Chennai have to be extra careful about which are the low-lying areas, how a cyclone like this can affect the various micro markets in the city. So you will see a big shift in pricing also happening, because certain low-lying areas are not going to command any kind of demand, whereas certain other areas where people will start, people will start looking at those areas in a more attractive way, and you may see prices jump over there even then.
Homes for every budget in Bengaluru, starting from 25 lakhs, coming up in just a bit. And also check out our property tracker for latest property launches this week. It's Rising City by Provident Housing near Electronic City in Bengaluru.